because y'all should already let the newbies know where they are. This is the Life Be Life and podcast. Yes, yes. Y'all know that we are hosted by the beautiful, the dynamic, the witty, the wonderful, squishy gangster, Mimi, the goddess, who is not here for this particular episode, but I'm always going to shout the queen out, even in absentia, you know what I mean? Um, but she's flanked by your favorite fat freckle man, your favorite coach's favorite coach, the big dog himself. Who? Coach. When I'm in the building, I got my homie here with me, man. I got to meet him in person. I seen him, doing a couple of things before, but I got to meet him in person. Solid dude, funny as hell, and sharp. You know what I'm saying? Razor sharp with it. So, C Cash, thank you for coming through tonight, bro.
Man, nah, for life be life, man. Man, I appreciate you, brother. How you doing?
I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed.
Appreciate
Um,
that about me too. Thank
No, no doubt, man. Fortunately, I ain't had to lie or nothing. So you know what I mean?
you. Right,
Fortunately, I
right,
ain't had to lie and I had to cap nothing up.
right.
Um, but yeah, for those who don't know, C Cash is from Philly. So this is like my man Hype. Shout out to Hype, Hympe, not Hype because he's not geeked up. But shout out to him. He likes to always say these one of those Philly support Philly situations. And for sure, at a time like this, definitely want to make sure we supporting our own. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Supporting black and of course, supporting the folks that's in our backyard, because why shouldn't we?
Right.
Um, so I seen Cash. I seen him first doing battle rap, but he's also a recording artist. Now not everybody could do both. Like if we gonna keep it a stack, not everybody could do both. Some
I,
people, them beats ain't on and they wizards, doing what they do on stage. And then some people that put the beats on and you be like, nah, go back to that shit, bro. You this ain't where you at.
for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? That some people could make good albums and good mixtapes, and then they go up there in these battles and get trashed. So,
No, it's a
you know,
fact.
uh, I definitely want to shout you out for being able to do both. But let's get into some things about you, brother. Like first and foremost,
Mm-hmm.
um, how long you been rapping, bro?
And bro, that's crazy because I really take pride on answering this question, but it's crazy like a lot of people don't ask it because nowadays I feel like we in the era of the microwave and like so many
Mm-hmm.
rappers, just catch wind. But it's like
Yep.
a lot of times they catch wind based off of like some popularity type thing. Like they might go viral for something and then boom, drop some music. So it'd be a little different. But I actually been rapping since I was 11. So
That's tough.
yeah, if I take away one ones, shit, that's a shit. One from that number. Like 25 years, man. I've been writing, man. No bullshit.
That's thorough. That's thorough. That's
Mm-hmm.
thorough. I could see it in your craft, and I'm big on using words like craft, like because when I say it, I don't treat it like you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people do stuff for hobbies, like whether it be music or podcasting and stuff like that. And there's no disrespect to those people,
Not at all.
but this kind of stuff got a craft to it that
Mm-hmm.
shows the difference between the people who do it for a hobby and the people who take it seriously. And
No,
I
for sure.
definitely, noticed the attention to detail in your craft, in your punchlines, in your delivery.
I appreciate.
So, hearing that
I,
you've been doing it for 25 years, make it make sense.
I wanted to chime in on something when you said you noticed me as a battle rapper, but then you seen that I also make music. The funny thing
Hmm.
about that is I started as a battle rapper, but then I got a lot of traction after like battle rapping, like in the older era of battle rapping, like like we was battling when it was
With
like
music and the beat.
yeah, like we was battling, but before like when it was cool to just walk up on somebody and just rap your hottest verse, and that's what I was doing for years. As a teenager, as a kid in school, you know, it's not a lot of platforms for you when you're that young or whatever, but um I left battling alone, started to really get into music and really like find my musical way around like the years of like 2000, let's say 2010, 11 on. You know what I mean? That's when I was really like all right, I gotta really master like making music because I had went away for a little while in like 2009, and I came back home in 2010. It was like shit was just different, like the way people was rapping and the songs that was like supposedly the lit songs or the hot songs. You know, the lingo was different, and I'm just like, damn, what's going on? Like it became less lyrical. You know what I mean? And I had to adjust to that, and then fast forward to now, I just start seeing all the different sauces and different, flavors we got in music, which is it makes it dope, different lanes and
Bro,
different.
speak on that for me. Speak on how you made that adjustment because, for certain listeners like myself, that
Hmm.
I wasn't even able to make the adjustment as a listener. I just stopped listening to certain stuff. So, how was you able to make that
I,
adjustment as an artist?
I came home in like summer 2010, and everybody was everybody was riding around and I'm getting it and all that and doing all that type of stuff. Like everything was just fun. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, when did this start? Like when did this transition become or whatever? You know what I mean? But me personally, I actually had a lot of friends that was locked in to music and was making the popular type of songs and stuff. And I got in the studio and just kept making music. Honestly, it wasn't no real like, all right, I'm gonna try to rap this way. It was just like this song I'm gonna do what this song called for, and just like gradually over time, I started to become more fluent and more easy to make music. But I recently transitioned into the new age of battle rap, like 3 years ago. So this 2024, yeah, like 2021, I was going through a lot of life stuff, and I felt like I just needed um more things to, more outlets. You know what I mean? The music always been the outlet for me. You know what I'm saying? Always. But I felt like I just needed like more outlets to channel my bad energy into because of the shit that I was going through. You know what I mean? Um, so I appreciate everybody that paid attention to me from doing music, and then I catch new fans from being in battle rap, and I also appreciate the fans that I get from battle rap that don't know about my music that can further dig into my craft or what I do as far as my music. So it just go hand in hand. That's how I look at it.
My bad. I could
We,
dig it. I could dig it. That's actually pretty dope.
mm,
Um, so then I gotta ask the other question I ask everybody who I meet as a rapper.
mm-hmm.
What got you there? Like you said, you've been doing this since 11.
Yeah,
So what put you in this bag?
shit. So all right. First of all, I'm just a culture baby. So like, shout out my uncle Rob Dion, my father's brother, my father's little brother. Um, my pop wasn't always around when I was a baby and when I was a kid. So, being as though I was raised by my grandma, which is my dad, mom, rest in peace, Grandma Brenda. He was the next one up, and he was 18 when I was born. He was 18 already. So, of course, everything he's doing, I'm doing. You know what I mean? Everything he messing with, I'm messing with. Like I can remember my uncle having to work sometimes, and I'd be like creeping around in his room, fucking with the Tecmo Bowl or fucking with the Martin
Right,
tapes and like just everything he was into. So hip hop was just honestly something that just fell into my lap because of being around him. I'm riding around. I'm talking about. I'm listening to Tupac, Biggie, Redman, Method Man. There's all the legends. You know what I'm saying?
right,
In real time too. Of course, I don't know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
like this is history. You know what I mean? But they I always remember the story my uncle told me that I was 3 years old. It had me on my grandma's porch rapping Mama Said Knock You Out by LL, word for word.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I wish we had the phones and shit with the cameras back then. I could show
How
y'all, but
about it? Then again, it's a good thing we did.
Unc is really what got me into it. And once I seen well, I actually went. Shout out my grandma. I went to private school up until the age of like up until like seventh grade. I think like
Okay.
that's when behavior started to get to me a little bit more. I started smelling myself, and I got into trouble and shit like that. I ended up getting kicked out of private school. But the schools I was going to was very like good with the literature, the curriculum, and they challenged us. And I was going to private schools that was Christian based. So being in that type of school, they would challenge us, have us do certain things like poetry and stuff of that nature. And once I started to have to do poetry in school, but then I would go home and like I remember around the time I probably was that age, like 11, my first actual music that I ever bought for myself, like actually purchased with my own money, it was two bootlegs. It was the opposite of H2O, or Drag.
Drag on.
Yeah, and it was Juvenile G Code. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And once I started listening to that shit, like every day, like all the time, I was like, yo, I could do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That
And then
wasn't
from
outside for drag on. Y'all wasn't outside for drag dash. Y'all
there,
wasn't outside for that.
they wasn't. I was.
I wasn't outside for that, y'all. Uh,
The shit too. It had a couple hits on it.
it definitely did, actually.
I know you remember the skit we had the chick in the hotel. My dick is burning. Like, hold on.
No,
Yeah,
yo, that shit was different.
skits was the shit back then when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
It
Just being
was.
in general. You know what I mean? Every way possible. Like, so that's really what it was.
Right. Just going ahead, checking, making sure everything right quick. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So the next thing I want to ask is, um, since you said you started battling first and then you got to that, let's tackle the battle portion part.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely watched a couple of your battles, like I said, prior to meeting you, and then I watched a couple after.
Mm-hmm.
I saw you was on Sipping with Sammy. Shout out to Sammy. You know what I
You
mean?
already
Shout out to Sipping with Sammy. If you ain't sipping with Sammy, what the fuck are you doing? You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Life together.
Um, now get your life together. After I get over this stillness, I gotta pull back up on y'all and sit with y'all for real. Once I can
No,
stop get off this meds and all that.
because yeah, I think I'm trying to fucking come down with something, and this weather keep acting crazy, and then
Bro,
so it's like I'm trying to get in front of that shit. I got some halls and Dayquils and all that shit. Like I ain't, I mean,
man, they ain't playing when they say health is wealth. You hear me?
for sure. But
Um,
you was getting back into as far as like watching my battles before and after and all of that.
yeah. So it kind of helps shape the perspective a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I guess what I wanted to ask, well, I got two specific questions, but one of the questions I wanted to ask is once you figure out who your opponent is, because I seen you pregame too. I see you definitely know how to sell a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I see you know how to attack your opponents before y'all ever, what I'm saying, do the face off or ever actually step in,
Yeah,
that event together. So I
yeah,
see that part where, you got that level of emotional intelligence and that level of humor.
right,
But when you start penning, because actually I don't know anybody who's battled. Like I know people who saying they about to and stuff like that, but I don't know anybody who's battled or
right.
even battled on any of the popular platforms like I seen you on Gate to the Garden or whatever. Shout out to them. Um, how do you go about picking your opponents apart? Like how do you prep?
All right. So I'm actually doing it now. Shout out to Dre. Shout out to the Gates. We got
Shout out to Dre.
a
Shout out to
card on
Dre
the 30.
Dennis.
Told myself I was gonna fall back for the rest of the year, but the guy that he gave me was somebody that was talking real spicy to me in the group chat. But the it's really the same for everybody, and I don't want you niggas to steal my sauce, but though I don't know how everybody else mind works, so you know
Okay.
it's based on whoever you are. But I'm more so calculated. I treat shit like a book. You know, I kind of like set it up like a puzzle. So what I do is I create like it's like a cheat sheet. It's like I create like a stat sheet for the rapper. So Say
Mm.
I was battling you, right?
Right.
I'm gonna go look at your Instagram. I'm gonna scroll through your whole gram, and everything that I don't like or everything that I want to make fun of or any witty correlations that come to my head, I'm gonna jot all that shit down. Then I'm gonna go to your battles. I'm gonna do the same shit there. But this takes like maybe 2 to 3 days sometimes, because I'm not just sitting in the house doing this. I'm doing a bunch of other shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the first like 2 or 3 days of assessing your battle, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna look at your Instagram page and I'm gonna look at your battles. Or your Facebook or whatever. A lot of times what fucks me up though is like I can say this about damn near every person I battle, even the best ones I battle. Dudes don't really be having no internet presence that be battling. Like they be having a YouTube presence, but when that transitions to them as a entity by themselves, it doesn't be there. And I'd be like, yo, I was a
Mm.
and I had artists up under me, and I was making music and going to different cities and jumping on features with different people. I was doing a whole lot of shit before I did battling. So it's like I was having more attraction by myself than these guys was having on their own. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
So
she said that in a couple of the battles too.
yeah, exactly. It's like that's why I said I can almost say this for dinner every battler, because a lot of battlers they don't be caring about their presence on social media. And it's like how when you're a brand, you trying to continuously sell something to somebody. That doesn't make sense to me. But so, like I said, now I watch your battles. Everything that I don't like about you in the battle, from your clothes to your bars to something you might have said that didn't make sense. All of it jotted down. All of it gets jotted down. And then once I'm ready to write, a lot of times, like when I'm ready to write, I'll watch other people battles. It might not be me and you or the person I'm battling. It'll be like somebody else that just gonna say some hot shit. It's like going to a basketball game before you about to play.
Mm.
Inspiration, like you see somebody get dunked,
Yeah.
on, somebody get crossed up. It'd be like, all right, oh, he said what? It kind of opens my
The
brain.
energy charge you up.
Yeah. So I do that. I just sit there and I just funnel the bars in. And a lot of times I might do the shit backwards. Like
Mm.
um, if I got a main key punchline, I try to build up to that versus like using the punchline first and then trying to like top it. So like
Connected.
say if I'm gonna
Mm.
say let me break down some shit I said. All right, what I say to Rex Ruger. What I say to I said I'm large money and gotta prove it, but I said all right, so he said no, I said something about his weight. I said I all right, so my thing was all right, he bigger than me. So this was my idea. I'm like, this guy, he's a husky dude, but he's a little taller and a little huskier than me. So I'm like, all
Right.
right, how do I take that and put and spin that around on him? So I'm like, the key bar was I'm 250, he 350, but I still outweigh him. So I might have had that jotted down, and then I write the first three setup bars. Like it was basically how did it go? It was I come to Baltimore and get the Raven, kick you off your block and tell your players I got waiting. You a big nigga, but your name kind of slim. I'm 250, he 350, but I
Mm.
still outweigh him. Like, all of that shit correlated, like far as the weight on your block, and you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, so
Right.
I gotta make sure that fits everything and then let that be the key John. But I honestly,
Gotcha.
that's what I do the whole time. So now we going to another main topic that I want to exploit, and I'll line it up again. And like honestly, as long as like I feel like as long as I make sense, it's gonna be hard to beat me, because like a lot of dudes, they get to rapping about themselves. They start
Hmm.
rapping themselves and how much money they made, and to me that should be frivolous. It's a battle or
Right.
it's a verbal fight. So if it's a verbal fight, or if it's like let's say compare that to a physical fight, you're supposed to be punching. You know what I mean? You're
Right.
supposed to be trying to hurt the person. So for me to start talking about me is like, all right, I'm dancing now. I'm
Okay.
running. ring a little bit, like I'm slipping. I'm not scoring. You know what I mean? And that's where
Mm.
they die all the time. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
that's
the
just
way to
how I
put that. I like that.
do it. Now, as far as the shit before the battle, that should just be that should just be psychological
Psychological, yeah.
warfare. You know what I mean?
Psychological warfare, yep.
Like you know what I do. You probably wouldn't have took the battle if you thought I was completely ass. So it's in the back of your mind that I could possibly kill you. But now, every chance that I get, I'm gonna remind you. And not only am I gonna remind you, I'm gonna humiliate you too. But I ain't
Right.
gonna be honest. This year, dude's been getting, dude's been kind of, being lucky with that. Like, because I had my son, and I've been more busy, and a lot of times I don't even like. You gotta really like irritate me for me to want to keep doing that to you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, for example, I battled Killer Tone. Killer Tone was kind of decorated when I took his battle or whatever the case may be, and he took my battle, and it was commendable for him to do it because I was somebody that had like 3 battles in at the time.
Okay.
But when they got on them lives with OG Benny, shout out the Gas Gang, he just was talking crazy, and I'm like, who is this nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and then like, not to mention, you got like a funny look to you. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have my way with this nigga every day. I'm just gonna bomb on him every day. You know what I mean? But lo and behold, that was a battle I ended up losing. You know what I'm saying? But I carried it though the whole time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was never no fooling. Like, I stood on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's
So
just
that
what it.
you segued me into another one of my questions about battling, right?
No problem.
Because there's always a winner and a loser, and there's always the court of public opinions, right?
Right.
Because I saw your battle with D Money.
Right.
You killed him.
Bad.
And he was fumbling.
Yes.
So to me, it's an easy call.
Yeah.
Easy call. You were the better performer,
For sure.
you were the better battler, and your
Mm-hmm.
energy was better than his because once he started stumbling,
Mm-hmm.
he never got the energy back that he needed.
Right.
Like he started off real high intensity,
Mm-hmm.
and then once he kept stumbling, he's like, I said,
Freestyling and
uh, he had to start going to the freestyling,
yeah, he
and
started.
that wasn't hitting, and he knew a couple of them Jones wasn't hitting.
Yeah.
Cool. Again, you can see it, you can hear it,
Right.
but then here go the comments, and it's people saying he won. Now I get people saying, shout out to D Money,
Yeah.
Moolah Gang, all that type stuff. Cool, cause those your peoples.
Right.
But for y'all to sit there and talk about like great battle, this wasn't no great battle. No disrespect to that man, because I'm not a rapper. But
Listen,
that wasn't a great battle, bro.
I'm glad that
So
somebody else recognizes the delusional activity. But go ahead.
so speak. That's what I want to speak on, this delusional activity.
Yeah, I mean,
So how does that feel to be on the receiving side? Because you have those battles where it's the 3 rounders and they say 2-1 either way, or if it's a 1 rounder, they man, it could go either way. It's a preference battle. But then you have Jones where people got washed and people are discussing it, and it's like, how does that feel for the person
it's
who
bias.
clearly won, bro?
It don't bother me. It's clear bias, and it's like I know you're delusional most of the time. You know what I'm saying? It's it. So the to find the person that's gonna say, "Yo, you beat me, good shit." I'm gonna fuck around, get a rematch, so anything like that. To find that is to find more integrity and find more of a solid individual. But you're not really gonna find that in every battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna find a lot of dudes that be sort of losers, or they gonna be salty or whatever. And I'm gonna tell you this: niggas wait till that battle drop, and they text everybody in their phone and tell them, "Yo, say I want comments," and then they be like, "Yo, go on your other." Go get your other email and log into your YouTube. Do it on that one too. Like, niggas be doing that shit, bro. I be watching them. I be seeing the correlations between the rapper and the YouTube names and shit. And it be like, bro, you like, who you all fooling? Like, but it's okay for them to be delusional because it keeps the battle alive, actually. Cause like, I ain't gonna lie,
Okay.
like some of my best performances was like slaughters. Like, I battled this guy named tournament from Philly.
Mm-hmm.
He bought, mind you, I was watching, and another thing is too, niggas don't watch enough of they op battles before they battle. They be cocky. They be thinking, oh, I'm gonna just go in there and watch this dude. No, you can't underestimate nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm not underestimating a nigga in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real. Cause we all bleed the same way, bro. So it's like
That's a fact.
niggas be doing that, and it's like, all right, I watched this guy battle every like 2 or 3 battles I seen him in. He had his girlfriend with him.
Mm-hmm.
Grave mistake.
Grave mistake.
And then he brought her to my battle. I'm in that joint with 8 niggas. Like 6 of them is probably civilized. Like it's all like, bro, it's like ain't no metal detector. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say we was gonna hurt him and his woman, but I'm just saying.
Right.
My motto is I don't bring my girl to no fights or no woman to no fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense to me. But
Right. I don't think so either.
on top
Shout out to
of
Hype. He said he working on trying to get you on too.
who that hype,
Yeah.
yeah, we was just trying to rediscuss it and shit. It was a Saturday or something like that. But you already know what's gonna happen. We around. Um, yeah, my whole thing is, bro, even if it was a cool situation and everything went good, you're now subjecting your woman to your battle in the same scrutiny that I'm gonna give you. Right?
Right.
Because niggas talk about dead folks in battle, so I know I can talk
Yeah.
about popping well girlfriend. Like that's a given. You know what I'm saying? And
Real right.
you add insult to injury by having her here. You know what I mean? Bro, I had so many
Absolutely.
flips. I had so many flips about this man, girl, and shit. It was crazy, bro. Everybody remember that battle. But I ain't gonna lie to you, it ain't get the playback value it was supposed to get because for one of the league it was on. For two, niggas don't be watching them click like if we see all right, when we see like say we see a first round knockout, a second round knockout, like a clear slaughter in a boxing match, we don't really watch that shit over and over again. We watch it once or
Right.
twice. You know what I'm saying?
You
But
watch the highlight on YouTube.
right, the great matches though, the ones that go head to head and back and forth as a dogfight, that's the shit we watch. So it be
That's
kind of
true.
22, like with that. Like I go in there and really kill a nigga and have one of my greatest performances. But if he don't bring it the same way, that should be like, you know what I'm saying?
Get no burn. Get no replay.
But
Okay,
I'm
that make a
sorry,
lot of sense.
I might have slipped away from the context. What was the question again? You was
The
asking me.
question was, well, I mean, you answered it right out front because I was kind of at like I always do wonder if like for certain people where I literally be seeing it debated, it's like, how
Oh
does
yeah,
that gotta feel to have it debated when you know it's a casket?
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like to literally have people going to bat for it. But
You
then
ever
you did answer that out the gate.
you ever see Adrian Broner versus Manny Pacquiao in a boxing
Yeah,
match?
right.
You seen what Broner said at the press after the conference after the battle? I mean after the fight.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers,
on God. On God.
it's okay. It's okay to be delusional sometimes, man. You know what I mean? But we all know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like the comments don't matter, bro. It's a rule. It's a
Okay.
court of opinion, but the comments is just like whatever.
Heinz said the girlfriend can't be hit. She got to be bad. Yeah, you can't be bringing no mud duck to the battle because you getting
Even
punched
if she is
on that
bad,
alone.
even if she is bad, now I can stand there and talk about all the dirty shit I want to do to her in front of you.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
That bringing your girl
Or
to the
I can
battle stuff is insane.
say some shit like depending on how solid she is that entertain her mentally and then like it might show like you know what I'm saying like it's
Mm-hmm.
just don't you got to protect your queen, man. That's just so that's just
There
some
you
game.
go. That's a
That's just
fact.
you know what I mean.
That's a fact. So real quick, if you can, give me your favorite battle and give me your least favorite battle.
mm.
And if you can give the league attached to it so people go look for it as well, that'd be a great plus.
You got YouTube in front of you?
I do.
Can you go on my channel so I can like? I got like
All right.
21 right now. So
We
if you can
sure
go,
can do that.
yeah, so I can actually like have a better. Cause just thinking about it off the rip, I probably ain't gonna remember. You know what I mean?
We sure can, Cash.
Appreciate you,
We
bro.
sure can. Yeah, try and get folks the whole experience. Like I said, I want things to connect, man.
Mm-hmm.
You my second rapper interview. My first one was my young boy Big Cheese, but he being a nut and I should punch on him and take my $40 back. Um, shout out to Plug who did the editing and the recording of the video. It's one of the
Mm-hmm.
first times I did a video that I didn't have no hands on in terms of making it. I just was the
Right.
talent and shot it. And
No,
we was
that's.
doing it to promote his album. But the
Mm-hmm.
young boy never told him to drop it.
Yeah, that'd be the shit right there, man.
That's why I said, like, I love him, but I won't punch him.
You gotta be real like dedicated to the shit.
But that's the crazy part. He's still making the music. It's just for some odd reason he ain't give him the green light to drop it yet. Because I saw his producer Plug at the PodCon,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I'm thinking he the problem. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm thinking he
Mm-hmm.
the problem. So I pull him to the side, like respectfully. You know what I mean?
What's
Did
going
you
on?
basically like, yeah, like did you waste my Saturday, bro? Like,
Mm-hmm.
did you waste my? He's like, no, it's not me, it's him. Look, I can
So
show you in the text.
if you go to my Instagram name on YouTube, like it's the same name.
It's the same name. All right,
Yeah,
but
on YouTube, yeah. And my playlist is gonna say C Cash Battles 2021 to now, like basically.
let's
My
bring
worst,
him.
you saying my least favorite one?
Your least favorite and your favorite. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I could tell you the least favorite one.
Okay. And
The
tell us why too.
least favorite one is C Cash versus a guy named Vision Gang from Philly. You
Okay.
know me? Ah,
Tell us why, please.
all right. So Vision Gang, he had some delusional tactics with him.
Okay.
Um, but in the same breath, I'm a little delusional too because who am I to think for real? It's like who am I to think that another motherfucker that know he not better than me is gonna acknowledge that? You know what I mean? But long story short, we kept going back and forth on social media and shit, like in like chat.
Okay.
It was I was fucking with a league called Bar You to Death. That's the league it was on. It's a guy named Money Baz out of Brooklyn. I believe he's from
Okay.
Marcy or one of the projects. But we kept going back and forth on the internet, and I felt like because Money Baz was trying to get, you know, work with me, so to speak, I felt like, and plus I'm from Philly, and Vision was the only guy over there on that league that was like hailing from Philly on a regular. I
Okay.
think I think he felt threatened by that. And we kept going back and forth because I'm gonna hold my own. And he when the battle went down, I went first. Mind you, this battle was in the Rucker Park, the famous Rucker Park in Harlem.
That's tough. You said go
Yeah.
to C Rat Cash Rap Battles, that playlist?
Yeah, C Cash rap battles, yeah. So battle went down in Harlem. Shout out to Ghetto Rich. He was in there, he was out there with me. It was just me and him. That's the crazy part.
Okay.
Vision Gang dissed my dead mother in the battle. Said some old weird offering or giving Felicio and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, that was not my worst battle because of that though. Like the worst, the least one that I like as far as like, everything. The battle was done outside. So it's like when you hear the audio, it don't sound controlled. You know what I mean? It's a little
Okay.
like, you battling over the sound of a basketball hitting the ground, like chatter in the park and shit like that. When
Right.
I been smoking NY and in Marcy Projects, it was some of the same shit, but I had a much better performance that time. But
Gotcha.
I also kind of made a mistake in that battle and like it got personal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like before he said that shit, it got personal. Like I just want to kill this bull. So I was like referring to all of this shit. Like I'm the type of person that rather than like be mad at somebody in real life and go do something to him, I just
Mm-hmm.
music. You know what I'm saying? Or put it in the rap. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
the way the shit went, right? I just was talking about all this personal shit in the battle, and it was like it made it not general enough for everybody to catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
like, because of that,
Because it was some if you know type stuff. Because it
yeah,
was
but
directed towards him, but that's
he's
not making it land for the crowd.
right because it's like we don't know about this.
Right.
But I still feel like I had more moments than him. He had a pause bar in there, and he kind of lost. He did. He said some shit about What did he say? He said something. He said something about a big gun, and his jeans was tight, so the butt stick out.
That's
Some shit like that.
crazy.
And we was big. And I even when the battle dropped, I clipped off that before I clipped off any of my shit and posted that and was like, who he be sparring with? Like who okay?
Uh,
That's the big thing we do with Gas Gang. Like we always call each other and be like, listen to this. Like what you think? You know what I'm saying? Tell me,
right.
take out or whatever the case may be. And it's
Right.
just like clearly you ain't had nobody in your corner that was like qualified to do that. But
All right.
not to mention that part of the situation, like, he didn't win. He went through all of them limits to try to win, didn't win. And on top of that, I kind of got some good press, but bad in the same breath. It's like I'm not really a big person on like doing what everybody else want me to do or everybody else's opinion, but
Okay.
I don't like the way I was displayed in this situation, like really, because Restore Order was there. Swave was at
Mm-hmm.
the and
Mm-hmm.
had a battle on the card. So when they did they Restore Order podcast the next week, they brought up some shit that went on in the battle, and my situation was one of them. And Swave, he said, he called it like the Restore the Order, like basically calling off some bullshit. And he was saying he ain't like, the fact that that Vision did that. Easy was actually on the podcast at the time promoting a card that he had coming up. So I just
Okay.
felt like, damn, I wish this was a different situation that they was spotlighting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I wish like one of my best performances type shit, and that didn't happen.
Got you.
The one I like the least. If you could just tell me what I got up there, I could tell you
All
like
right, bet.
if it's my
So
best
we
or not.
got and it's in no particular order because it got you versus Bucksy,
That's the
J
that's the
Bars.
that's the order. That's since I started.
Oh, that is
Like
the
Bugsy
order.
was
Okay, cool. Bucksy, J
no,
Bars, Mikey
no,
AK,
no,
uh, Brooklyn Z,
no.
Diggs. You mentioned the Toner Man, John,
Yeah.
Trap Man Kane, Money L. Uh, who else? Oh yeah, the boy you said from Vision Gang, the D Money Bet, although I mentioned earlier, Tyrant Fly, Bob. I thought that was a fairly decent battle. The Smoke of
Yeah.
NY,
Shit.
Great Swank. I thought
It
you
gotta
won
be.
that one.
It gotta be just one. Like
If
my
you
best.
got top three, if you got a top three, let's go with it.
All right, the top three. All right, so damn. Diggs was a crazy battle. I ain't gonna say it was top three because I see the elevation and where I am now from then. But
Okay.
I want to battle Diggs real bad because me and him had a lot of shit talking going on back and forth. Shout out to Diggs. He from Delaware. He from
Okay.
Wilmington. Um,
Okay.
he holding it down over there. Him, Chuck 50, CTF, CTE Bird, CTF Bird. It's a lot of dudes from Delaware that get busy. Briz, of
Back.
course.
Right.
Um,
Shout out to
no,
Delaware.
I can't say yeah. I can't say Diggs was one of my best joints. You saying my
It
best
might not have to
performance?
be best, but your favorites, like your favorites.
Yeah,
Because sometimes
yeah,
your best and your favorite be different. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you left Earth on a battle and you completely killed the bull. But like you said, it's not your favorite battle because at the end of the day, it
yeah.
didn't do for you what you wanted it to do. But another
I,
one where it might have been a tighter decision, pause. Um, it might have been more fun battle for maybe the environment or something you did in the battle to
mhm.
or whatever.
All right. Well, look, I'm gonna say in that order, my first favorite probably was Diggs because he tried to. All right, so I had this thing leading up and my momentum coming in. I had this thing where I was using props in the
Yeah,
battle, and
I remember seeing you use peanuts in that one battle.
yeah, that was some later
Take
shit.
it off the ball,
I,
peanut.
yeah, and that wasn't
Yo,
even like
bull.
extra thought. It's like let me throw this in there and see what happened. But
Okay.
the Diggs thing, it was a shovel, and I had like a garden shovel, and I
Hmm.
had a crazy bar, and I raised that drum. The first time I had said something about the shovel, I pulled it out like a bag, and then I just like dropped it while I said the bar, and it didn't really connect then because the shovel was just laying there. But when I started getting into the round and started heated up, and I had this bar like I think I said some shit like something leave me out of it because I said um I said I send baby girl at his son and find out where his mama live. Now we got Mama Diggs plot to dig. You dig? Like, and I slammed the shovel down. I was raising it and I slammed that shit down. Niggas was like, oh shit. Like niggas remember that shit.
That's hard.
So I probably give one to that battle. Then I know the Smoker and Wild was one of my favorite battles. Cause
Okay.
I was just cooking this nigga like bad. Like, and we outside. Shout out to Sammy. Sammy was there.
Yeah, that was outside.
We outside. Like we 100 miles away from home outside. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, and we in the middle of Jay-Z hood. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
On hip hop essence shit. So it felt good. And to be received the way I was received, dog. I had this bar. I gotta talk about it. I had this bar
Talk about it.
that wasn't supposed to be accepted, but it was. Before the No Diddy shit, we all know Harlem, New York, anywhere in New York is heavy on pause,
Right.
right? So I told the boy he had he had lost. I seen him lose a battle to a stud before. Like he choked in the battle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I said, let me see if I could give some context before that. I said, fuck it, I don't remember what I said before, but I was like, I said, bro, you like a porno hoe. You not ill, bro. You suck dildos because you be choking versus dyke bitches. Yo, and I said that niggas was like, what? What did he say? Bro, Samuel was recording. It was a nigga on the side talking to his mans, like arguing with his mans. His man was like, yo, that shit crazy. He was like, I'm too Harlem though. He was like, I'm too Harlem. Like, he ain't even want it up. He knew that shit
He
was
didn't want to
happening.
react.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm too Harlem is hilarious.
That shit was crazy. And then where we at? Hold up.
We
What was
got
the last?
the last two Jones I seen is Chuck Book and Perfect, Kush, Boss Status. I thought your Boss Status battle was a good one. I thought you and Kush was really good too.
Yeah,
Um,
me. I
to
like
be
imperfect
perfectly
battle.
honest,
Uh, I ain't like
Imperfect battle
imperfect.
was. You said you didn't like the Imperfect battle.
No, I ain't like my performance, and that I wasn't really prepared. But I don't feel like he was like that good either, though. To be honest.
I don't think so either. I don't think so. I'm glad I could be honest with you and say that I didn't like that battle for either one of y'all.
Yeah. And what was the one before that?
The one before
Or
Imperfect was
Chuck Book.
Chuck Book.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was. I I was. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was overbooking myself around that time. I was doing a whole lot of. All right, let's do this. Let's do that. Cause, all right, I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you, right?
Talk to
In
us.
my position right now, I'm in a position where though I'm still creating a name, but I'm still, um, you know, in the business of negotiating certain terms for every
Okay.
situation. Now, like if I'm in a position of building a name, some battles I might could get a check out of, and some battles I might could get a certain amount of views out of. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So certain battles might not pay, but I know I'm gonna get a certain number. You know what I mean? Certain battles might not get a certain number, but I'm gonna get a check. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
whereas that maybe said I was doing battles where I was getting paid and basically getting booked on the gates too, like getting more traction and shit
So
like
you're
that.
getting
So
the look and you're getting
that
the bread. Got you.
because
Got you. Because there's a good league over there for real, for real.
I know how for sure. I respect the game. I respect how it goes. As far as battling, you got to prove shit, but in the same breath, this shit got to make sense. Time is money. You know what I mean?
Time is
I
money,
can't
bro.
being away from home and not being
Hmm.
productive at the same. You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense for no man.
Facts. Facts.
So I'm gonna say I said Diggs battle, then I
Hmm.
said the battle.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say my last best one probably was probably the Kush battle.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kush.
Shout out to him. Yeah, he definitely because you went first in that joint.
Yeah, I
You flipped
slowed
the
it
coin flip on his head. Yeah, you flipped the coin flip on his head right out the gate on that one.
on purpose because he coming from out of town and all that. Fuck you being from out of town. I was I'm from out of town too. I'm from Philly and we was in train.
Right,
He
right.
from Baltimore and
But
all
he
that.
was the
So
furthest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you did the whole, Baltimore accent in that joint and everything.
the
Um,
accent. Another thing, let me break this down real quick.
talk to us.
I'm very direct in my battles. So
Hmm.
if I got a nigga that's from out of town, if I'm battling a nigga that's from somewhere else and we in a different place, don't expect me to cater every bar to where we are. I'm gonna cater some of that shit to where I'm from. I'm gonna cater some of that shit to where we at right now, and I'm gonna cater some of that shit to where he's from. So when people watch that shit in different places and different spaces, they're gonna have different understandings. Now, when I say some shit like, um, you a Ravens fan? My Desert
Right,
Eagle really fucking sick. He keeps spitting. He'll earn you. You think you got your wings, the 50 pour right before you soar. Churr! Think I got the bird flu. You know what I'm saying? You
right,
might not know what it is. You from Philly. You know what I'm saying?
right.
A nigga from Jersey might not know what that is. But a
But
nigga
from
from
Baltimore,
Baltimore is
gonna
gonna go
realize it. Yeah,
crazy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's not just about, but the thing is, it's not just about the shit. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention
Right.
to that,
But the whole scheme, right.
the whole scheme, he fucking gave me a bump on that joint. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he did.
I'm biased. I'm not doing that. I don't care if you said the hottest shit I ever heard in the world. I'm not gonna be on stage like, go good punch, bro. If you in a fight and a nigga hit you with an uppercut, left hook, right cross combo, you gonna be like, yo, good combo? No, he's fucking you up. You know what I'm saying?
No, I saw what you did with Imperfect. He was like, you finally got one.
Yeah, I'll say some shit like that, but I ain't gonna be like, good shit and all that and bump you or none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, he's from Baltimore. Ravens
Right.
is Baltimore team.
Ravens. Yep.
My Desert Eagle, then that's a bird. Then the Desert Eagle is a bird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
keeps spitting, he'll earn you. He gonna put you in an urn, like cremate you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You think you got your wings. Now I was talking about the bird shit. You think you got your wings? The 50 pour right before you soar. Sure, think I got the bird flu. So if you pay attention to rap in
Right.
Baltimore, they had a nigga from out there that was on fire named Lil Scooter.
Okay.
Lil Scooter was lit from Baltimore, was going crazy, and he was about to sign a deal. Bobby at Schooler, he was fucking with Meek then Chino. You know what I mean? He was fucking with Meek and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Long
Okay.
story short, Lil Scooter was buzzing crazy in his city and getting money, and he was about to take off, soar, so to speak, and he got killed. So when I say you
Okay.
think you got your wings, the 50 pour right before you soar, and he had a song called Bird Flu, and in the hook he'd be like,
Mm.
bird flu. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said you think you got your wings. The 50 pour, the 50 of DE is gonna pour right
Right.
before you fly. I think I got the bird flu. Then I said, rest in peace to Love Scooter. You know what I'm saying? So if you from Baltimore, you gonna get every bit of
Then
that.
that
You know what I'm
hits you.
saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's just I just be trying to. I'm really versatile, but like you can't
Mm-hmm.
get that versatile in battle rap. But it's like I try to be versatile at everything that I do. You know what I'm saying?
And
Just be
speaking of
well rounded.
which, speaking of well-rounded, let's get to the recording aspect because I ain't gonna lie, I got kind of fanned out hearing about the battle rap part because I'll be watching this stuff. So I probably should have
Nah,
cut you off so we could go to that part sooner. But I really just
but
was interested. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was
that's my
just interesting to me, bro.
that's my aspect though. Is the point of that is to be well rounded enough to be able to get to each consumer. You know what I mean? You might
Right,
not be a nigga that ride around and listen to 30 albums all day, but you watch battle rap. So you
right,
might battle on me and like the battle, and then you might be riding with your chick later on and be like, damn, let me play some music. Oh, see, Cash got a new album out. Let me check this out. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Boom. And I'm still in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but go ahead, go into your next question,
But
brother. No
but
problem.
yeah, let's get into that. So since it got to be two different things, right? Like, what's your mode for preparing for the music that you write? You know, for your albums, for the singles, and that kind of thing. Like, what's your bag to prep for that? What's your process? I guess I should ask.
Yeah, it's no prep, it's a process, but it's really so organic. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been doing music, writing the beats and listening to making hooks and beats and shit for so long. I just need a little bit of time to focus. Like I was in the studio with my artist Johnny Lace like maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Hmm.
And we had this like most of the time, see, I'm kind of old school, so I ain't like never have as a kid, I ain't never had no computer in the house and be able to handle studio equipment and make all that shit by myself. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Right.
when
Something
I
got to
would go
change
to
with
the
you
studio,
and Johnny Lace's fire, by the way.
no, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you. Um, when I would go to the studio, I have like 20 joints ready.
Okay.
It is like I'd have been rehearsing these joints every time I'm bored and all of that shit. Like this was the process like coming up. You know what I mean? So it got so repetitive to the point where I got way more comfortable with it to the point where sometimes I don't gotta have some shit. Like if I run out of whatever was already prepared before I got to the studio, like I said, me and Lace was in the studio. He had a beat that he was like, I can hear you on this drum. We ain't had no hook. He just had a verse.
Okay.
So I'm like, let me play the beat. I'm like, give me like 5 minutes. So we in there chilling. He turned it, I tell it, like, mind you, this is how I work. When I listen to beats, it locks into my memory bank so fast. Like, I listen to it like 2, 3 times, I got it. Now I'm trying to create the melody, like the cadence for how I'm gonna say whatever I'm gonna say. Basically, of course, adapt that to the beat that we hear. And then
Mm-hmm.
from there, once I get that cadence, then I got the words. So I told Lace, I said, bro, give me like 5 minutes. So he chilled for like 2 minutes. Next thing you know, he started talking to me. He just keep opening up conversations and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Right.
bro, stop talking to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to write the hook, bro. Cause he looking at me is like I'm not doing nothing. I'm sitting there thinking. I mean, I write shit in my notepad on my phone. So he like, man, put the beat on or something. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, I heard the beat already. I can't. I gotta just chill. Like, give me 5 minutes.
Right.
Next you know, boom, I come right up with the hook. I lay that shit. He lay his verse. Boom, we got a song. All I just gotta do is my verse or whatever the case may be. But like that shit, I ain't gonna lie. And battle rap make it easier for me now. Because if I can write 5 minutes worth of bars about one nigga, how hard is it to write 16 about the topic? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a good point. That's a good point.
It makes
Makes
it
sense.
easy, bro. Like, makes it easy, especially if I'm bobbing, I might be drinking, smoking, whatever or if I'm locked into the topic, it might be i.e. like a situation I really went through, some life
Mm-hmm.
shit, a female situation, or lost somebody, or you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
a major loss in life, or some money, whatever the case may be. It just be like I ain't gonna lie, people think I might rap shit to just be somebody that can say, "Oh, I'm nice, I'm hot, and all that," and I do. You know what I mean? But I do this shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I ain't had this outlet, I might not be who I am. You know what I'm saying? In other ways, you know what I'm saying? I
I
might not be the
understand.
well individual that I am that could walk past a random person and say, "Hi, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? I might not be, bro, because I've been through a lot of shit, bro. And it's like I'm not, I ain't super young, but I ain't old. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right.
you know, I really pour I really pour my negativity into trying to make something positive. You know what I'm saying? And
That's dope.
it's expression. It's the ability to be heard, to be able to vent. I'm just venting. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking my perspective and sharing it with others. And maybe they agree, maybe they don't, but they understand. Hopefully, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But that's
somebody going to.
is the exhaust pipe, bro. Honestly.
That's a bar in itself. I like that. The exhaust pipe. That make a lot of sense. All right, well, I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer because you know what I mean. We got life to do and shit like that. But this been a really, like I said, I felt like I learned a lot so far tonight. Um,
No, for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Hopefully the audience is able to soak it up just from an artistic standpoint, because I ain't finna be no battle rapper no time soon. But just from a artistic standpoint, like I said, the craft of it, like I think that be the part that be fun for me, getting to talk to certain people from different lifestyles. Like we had people talking about Jeeps, guys from Cranking Jeeps, shout out to them on a prior episode. I don't know nothing about Jeeps, bro. I don't know nothing about it.
Right.
But you know what I'm
That's fired up.
saying? Getting
Do or they
to get that information. Yeah, getting to get this information, getting to see how thought processes go into things like that. And like I said, because I'm a fan of rap, because I'm a fan of battle rap, getting to hear, you know, how somebody analyzes. Of course, everybody not going to see it the same, but there are
mm-hmm.
common threads that if you hear that I've heard other battle rappers say some of the stuff you said, but kind of like I got more detail because me and you done spoke man to man, so getting it straight from you made it a lot clearer. Um,
No, for bro. Whenever you're ready, I mean, let me know. I mean, you can slide out to a battle with me and shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
oh, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. I ain't
you
gonna lie. I ain't no groupie or nothing, but I
know,
said that's one of the things on my bucket list. So getting a slide with
nah, you
somebody who I actually know is on the battle, I'm definitely gonna do.
you ain't no groupie shit. First and foremost, you a man. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. There's some male groupies and you know it though. There's some male groupies and you know it, bro. We done seen
you
them.
know you know how you gotta brush them. They know what the brush feel like when they get it. You know what I'm saying? But
I be seeing them niggas in battles, bro. It'd be like, yo, shut the fuck up, bro. You
yeah,
messing the battle up.
yeah, facts. But nah,
But for
you
sure, I
being out
appreciate it. I'm a slide.
you being out there is not only just being a consumer, but you can create content for your own platform. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way I see it.
Interview, how people, once they get out of the bed or how they felt or whatever the case may be. That's great content and people want to see it. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I'm always
most
trying to keep things here as diverse as I can. Like I don't want to be the person trying to do every single thing. But since it's called Life
right,
Be Life and life is a lot of different things, I don't
right,
want to,
right.
you know what I'm saying, pigeonhole none. I want to be able to give it whatever I can, whatever I come across.
Nah, bro,
Do
and
you
that
got
and you
anything that the people need to look for as far as C Cash is concerned, bro? Like the people need to,
oh yeah.
get in tune with. Talk to us.
Well, I was blessed to make it to another trip around the sun on October 24th. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a big deal,
So
big deal.
yeah, for sure. It's not really a milestone day, but
And every day
you know,
above ground, so you got another 365.
yeah, for sure. I'm embarking on a milestone, John, though. But yeah, another birthday, and I felt like, man, this year I want to give, you know, a big piece of my heart and my mind, you know, on my birthday and give it out to the people as, as my gift. You know what I mean? And because I was not only given the gift of, another birthday, but I also, my son is about to turn 1 December 11th, so he's just been a
Birthday to
gift
the
within
game.
it. Yeah, he's been, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. My son and my daughter, they both is like big ace bandages for me, big gauze pads for me. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you know, it's a gift, another chance at life, and it's another example of being somewhat, what's the word, immortalized. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Of course, we all got to go one day. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
as long as them two is here, I'm here. You
You
know what
live
I
through
mean?
them. Facts.
Just just like my mom and my dad, my grandmom, they not here physically, but
Facts.
they here with me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
She can't live. You know what I'm saying? And this is my grandmom right here on my joint. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see
Okay.
me, you're gonna see her. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Beautiful
I feel that. I
lady
respect
right
that.
here. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that. It just helping me thrive. But I got C Cash, the album C Cash is out right now on all platforms. It's 11 tracks. It's not really too much partying type shit on there. I got a sexual type single on there called Agua. Shout out to Taz Tycoon. She's a dope MC that's from I believe she's from Virginia. I think it's Hampton. I'm not sure though. I don't want to call it out wrong. She from VA and she lives in LA. So me and her dropped the single um through some of her resources earlier in the year, and then I double back and dropped it on my platform. I mean, on my project. So it's already been getting traction in my on my side and on her side where she at on a different coast.
That's what's up.
Um, yeah, we got who else we got on the album? We got Meat Spady on the album from Philly. Fucking
Mm-hmm.
decorated fire artist, damn near conscious artist, but in the same breath, he do everything everybody else do. I just was at a cipher with him for my guy Prophet. Shout out to him. He was at the Profit Over Wages cipher. Dude, yeah. Meat Spady, fucking half of a group. He's been on Breakfast Club. He's been
Mm-hmm.
charted on Billboard. You know what I'm saying? Like, what more can you ask for? You know what I'm saying? In your own city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who else we got on the project? We got Johnny Lace from the project. You know what I'm saying? This guy is a soul singer, but he's also he can like switch his melodies and rap at the same time. So
That's
he
what's up.
got a banger on there with me called Haven't Been Myself. And it's just like, like just the
Mm-hmm.
vibes everything is just like very relatable. If you somebody that didn't have the best life in the world and you know everything wasn't peachy for you, you gonna be able to relate to this project somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's not just about losing people, but it's just about emotions and feelings. You know what I'm saying? I got a record on there where I'm doing a lot of harmonizing and I'm speaking on a relationship type situation.
Okay.
Speaking on a brother relationship, a brother to brother relationship, which I also lost my brother. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Dion. He on the
Sweet
album.
time.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just a story, man. It's just, it's part of my life story. You know what I mean? Some of the shit I've been going through the last 4 to 5 years. Meanwhile, still actively raising a family and trying to be productive in this world. You know what I'm saying? And making music, doing battle rap. At one point, I was managing the studio. I'm working on Never Not Working Studios as we speak. Getting a couple locations together and shit like that. Working with artists. I'm trying to be all I could be without the army, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And all
I
I could
feel
be.
that, bro.
A lot of people don't be knowing, but like, I ran a moving business, an independent moving business for like on and off maybe the last 10, 11 years. You know what I mean?
That's tough.
Trying to do things in that nature, trying to build that up. Like, I tell niggas in a heartbeat, I get some rap money, I'm gonna do some rap shit, of course, like I'm supposed to. But bro, my shit gonna be everywhere else. And regardless of what happened with the music or whenever, the wave dries up, I'ma have a plant, of an artist that sprouts from that buzz. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't even see that happening, honestly. It's businesses. You know what I'm saying? For sure. There's no way it don't happen. Right? But I need y'all to go check that album
For
out, man.
sure.
C Cash. If you type in CCA money sign H. If you're looking for my music, type in CCA money sign H. That's what differentiates from any other cash artist in the world. So again,
Yeah, that's how I had
CD
to find the Rocky Joint earlier. Facts.
on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, even for songs and videos. But if you're looking for battles, just type in C Cash, like CCASH, or you can type in C space CASH
Okay.
battle league owners and shit. Like, I my name and they end up, you're gonna find it. It's there. And I always make it easy. So if you go on my page, you can find a link to all my battles in my bio, a link to the album in my bio, and then I got a link to a link tree with a bunch of just
You hear that? So don't be lazy, y'all. Smack the links, man. Smack the links. Stop being
yeah,
lazy and act like y'all can't
yeah,
hit through the links, all right? Hit the links. The link tree there,
yeah.
everything else you need to find cash and everything he bring to the
Mm-hmm.
game is there. Um,
And you
before
can
go
sipping
ahead.
with
Go ahead.
you can catch me with Sammy live every Monday. You know what I'm saying?
For
I'm trying
sure.
to break into the testing game. It probably, I ain't gonna say it probably won't be long, but when I get things situated enough, I would like to maybe create my own traction in that level and maybe do some journalism or do some interviews and shit like that. Um, so right now I'm just like basically in an intern like training process of it. You know what I'm saying? So
That's there.
look me on that. Oh, and I want to say this too. I've been trying to do this shit for a while, but expect your boy to do some acting shit sometime soon. I'm really coming from
Okay.
that. Like, if you pay attention to my interview, like not my interviews, but my music videos. I really write all my treatments, and
Okay.
if I'm acting in the joint, I put that shit in there. I put that shit together. So I really be trying to show that I can actually do that as well. I got a hell of an uncle that's an actor as well, extraordinaire, plays, produced productions himself, movies like Tubi,
Mhm.
Amazon Prime, all of that shit. Shout out to Rod Dion. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a role. I keep telling you, but he gonna find the right shit for me because of who I am to him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't
Right.
just going through the phone. So like I gotta deal with it. But expect that too from C Cash for sure.
That's thorough. That's thorough. Sky's the
Mm-hmm.
limit for you, bro. Like you skilled and you talented, you know what I'm saying? So
Appreciate it, bro.
that's
Thank
a
you.
that's a combination that go get a lot of shit done. And on top of that, you a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? You're not afraid of the grind. You're not
Mm-hmm.
afraid of the work. You accept it as, just part of the process. So I mean, like you said, Rocky, I don't feel like nobody's stopping you, bro. I feel like
Thank you.
everything you set out for you finna go get.
Thank
Um,
you. That should mean a lot when you ain't nobody that came up with me or watched the whole situation. You could just, I mean, respect it organically. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times it be like that though. Like a stranger, so to speak, can tell you, you know, your most accolades before somebody that really know him. You know what I'm saying?
Sammy did the same shit with me. No cat. Sammy did the same shit
Mm-hmm.
with me. I was at a live show with Hype, and it was wrapping up, and Sammy just pulled me to the side like out of nowhere. Mind you, it's somebody who I didn't know before the show. So he just
Mm-hmm.
came out of nowhere, and he was just like, "Yo, your presence when you came up here," because at the time I had a torn Achilles and I was walking in a boot, and he was like, "Yo,
Mm-hmm.
your presence when you came up here." I'm just now seeing you and realizing that you got this boot on your foot. But the way you carried yourself up here and all that, you would think you was just on some like you already knew, you and Hank had it arranged. And I
Mm-hmm.
was just kind of like, I was like, well, that's to me, I felt like that's big coming from you because again, like you said, like you're not somebody I'm talking to every day, or I feel like I'm in the trenches with. So if you feel that way, then I gotta be
Mm-hmm.
doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Exactly.
gotta be doing something right. So, and sometimes that's just really what it takes, though, is like a fresh set of eyes. Because if you working hard, then you know what hard work look like when you see it with somebody else. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
but before I close this out, y'all, I want to give a quick rest in peace shout out to Roland Barbour, my father-in-law. God
Yeah.
rest his soul. Bless his family. Bless all the loved ones that he's going to miss, including that's gonna miss him, including my oldest son, who was his first grandson on that side of his family, his first grandchild on that side of the family. So
Sorry to
shout
hear
out
that,
to
brother.
him. uh, life be life, but the only thing guaranteed in life is death, brother. So like you said, it's just about making sure that the positive parts of him live on. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it's about, is protecting the legacy. But again,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to you and everything you got going on. I appreciate you taking the time out and rescheduling with me. Uh, uh, because yeah, like I said, life been life, and
Yeah.
got sick and had that, family issue last week. So again, I appreciate the time. I appreciate the energy, the free game, because like you said, you had to give up a little bit of your sauce, but I know that's not going to be enough for your opponents to beat you regardless. So you know what I'm saying? Keep smoking them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Keep putting the good workout on, you know what I'm saying, on the recording side. And we're gonna run into each other again very soon, bro. Stay safe and stay dangerous until then, all right, bro? Lifers, thank y'all for your time tonight. Thank y'all, whoever
Mm-hmm.
gonna watch it even after tonight. We appreciate you jumping in the comments. Anything you got to ask, Cat, please put it in the comments. I'm gonna make sure that he sees it. Any of y'all who want to book him for anything y'all got going on, please reach out to that man. Make it happen. For all my young boys, like I said, who
All
rap, y'all thinking
right.
about collabs, check his
They go.
workout. Trust me, your bars is gonna have to step up, or at least gonna have to be on par with his.
No,
But he's not gonna give you a bad verse. I'm willing to put money on that. You're not gonna get a bad verse from bro. Um, as I always say, be
no, no.
smart, be patient, be respectful. Uh, be kind to as many people as you possibly can. I know some people make that impossible, but forget about those people. But every
For
single
sure,
day,
I got.
y'all, every single day, take that time to be kind to yourselves because you cannot pour out of an empty cup. All right. On behalf of A.C.E, my brother, who we always be, the sponsor of the podcast, Keish with the Cake, the owner of Simply in the Shade Catering, on behalf of my beloved co host, Mimi the Goddess, on behalf of our guest, C Cash, and myself, y'all have a good night. We appreciate y'all. But man, y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get the hell up out of here because we about done. All right. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. But we gone. All right, that cleared it. Cool, cool, cool. Good.